Hey team, and welcome back to my channel. For all of those first timers, here on my channel we are all about designing the life that you want and making tangible steps to get you there. So if you feel like your life has been kind of the same old, the years are repeating and nothing seems to change, and you want a little bit more out of life than what you've got, then subscribe and ring the bell to start on your journey today. Because focusing on what you want out of your life is the best way to get you there. Like I said before, here on my channel, I'm really about tangible, actionable steps that can get you towards the life that you want. And a vision board is actually a really important first step on that journey. It is the overarching dream of what you want your life to look like. So really, it's kind of the only first step. If you were going to build a house, you wouldn't start like hammering and nailing stuff into walls because that is stupid and ridiculous. You would start by kind of being like, okay, what size house? How do we want it to function? You would start designing the house first. Then you would make a plan. Then you would start the hammering and nailing process. It's the exact same thing for your goals, which is why you start at the design. You start at the dream. You start at the vision board. So even though a vision board is usually looking at your immediate year moving forward, I like to start this process by thinking about where I want my life to be in 5 years. And a pro tip for this first step is also, I don't think about it in terms of, in 2025, where will I be? Because weirdly, that number is irrelevant to me. If I instead go, okay, by the time I'm 35, which is 5 years from now, where do I want to be? What do I want my life to look like, feel like? Next, think about a word list. All of those things that's really hard to capture in a picture. Think about, I want to be more confident. If you can think in terms of being words and feeling words, they'll be a lot more useful to you. So think about these ones in terms of who you are as a person, what you want to do, but also in terms of descriptive words for the life that you want. I want a life that is more adventurous. I want a life that is more relaxed. I want a life that is more exciting. Then hone down and start to think about this year. What goals have you set for this year? Do those goals line up with that 5-year plan? Because they should. When you're thinking about your 2020 goals, you want to make sure that those goals are in line with this words list and with your 5-year plan. So you don't just want to kind of create the two and be like, okay, you want the goals that you're taking to actually be stepping stones on the way to getting the life that you want. Again, it seems simplistic, but so many of us don't do this. So many of us kind of go, I want to lose 10 pounds this year, even though their life goals are to travel more. Your losing 10 pounds is not going to get you more travel. Next, think about a quote to live by. Your quote to live by should be something that inspires you. Think about it as your motto for the upcoming year. It's really easy to also just go onto like Google or Pinterest and type in ideas for life mottos or inspirational quotes and see which ones you actually connect with. It really should be something that inspires and motivates you. Mine for 2020 is what you do with your days ends up being what you do with your life. Again, it's information that sounds so clear, but until I saw it in this kind of succinct format, I'm like, of course it is. That if I don't fill my days with what I want my life to be, then my life will not look like how I want it to look like. So find the quote, find the information, find the text that works for you. Next is to make your vision board. Print off your images, print off your words, cut them out, design it how you like. Remember that you want it to be something that is pleasing and enjoyable. So I kind of muddled up my pictures to make them all the same sort of shades, to have the feeling that I wanted in the images that I picked. So I wanted it to be adventurous, but I also wanted it to be focused on relationships, which is what you can kind of see in these photos here. Also add pretty stickers or a background that's a bit of paper. Make it really aesthetically pleasing because you want it to be something you're hanging up in your house and that you want to look at. Next is to make sure that it is doing its job. In order for your vision board to work, you need to hang it somewhere that you will look at it every day. So if it's in a spot that's hidden away in an office that you never go into, it's not going to be doing the thing that you need it to. Try and make an effort to continually revisit your vision board. Let it inspire you, let it remind you of where you want your life to go. Maybe you could add it in as like the top of your life admin task list. Task 1, every life admin day, revisit my vision board. If you're unsure of what a life admin day is, I'll link to a video below that kind of explains what it is a little bit more. Remember that the most important part of a vision board is that it is your overarching ideals. It is your overarching goals. It is your overarching plan for what you want your life to be. So all the goals that you set in the short term should connect with your vision board. Let it be the thing that inspires you. Let it be the thing that you kind of go, I want to get to that place. That goal is relevant. Let's get rid of that. Let's start putting some steps in place to get to this thing. If you reconnect your goals with your vision, then you are far more likely to be energized to get there and focused on making it happen. Remember, you don't build a house by first hammering and nailing. You build a house first by designing it. As always, thank you so much for hanging out. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.